Coming up on today's show, we're going to break down the latest on a potential, ongoing Trey Hendrickson holdout. Latest on Terry McLaurin, James Cook, and the Micah Parsons Cowboys self-inflicted drama, because it's always something down there in Dallas, or I guess Oxnard right now. But if you are excited for NFL training camp to be back, whether it's for your favorite team or just in general, show it by liking the video right now. Let's check in on Hendrickson. So Monday seemed like there was optimism. There's some reports of, hey, they've had some contract talks. They've made some progress. And then early Tuesday morning, it goes, nope, we're not in a great spot. Hendrickson, whether he was in Cincinnati at that time or not, was in Florida this morning. Things have regressed between Hendrickson and between the Bengals. And we're kind of right back on the roller coaster ride of, okay, when is this deal going to get done? Is it going to get done? What's going on here? Mike Brown, it is kind of like pre-training camp, soiree with Bengals media, said, quote, we aren't going to trade Trey. We're working to get Trey re-signed as we speak. Our guys in the office are working to get that done. And I think it will get done. I could get into the negotiation, but I'm not looking to offend Trey by saying something. I'm not going to try to justify where we are. I think we're in a good spot. I hope this thing comes together soon, and I'm going to leave it at that. Offers had reportedly been exchanged. Bengals seemed confident, and they all broke down over the guaranteed money side of it. That the reports are the Bengals are allegedly just offering 1 year of guaranteed money. So that's probably signing bonus and the first-year salary guaranteed, which is normally pretty low, which I've got some ideas what that might look like here in a little bit. Manti Te'o allegedly spoke to Henderson, said offers are, quote, atrociously low. That's the agent essentially saying it, so grain of salt maybe. Some recent guaranteed money for Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Max Crosby, were all in the 3 years. Got some guaranteed money into year 3 on those contracts. The Bengals are trying to guarantee 1 year. I interpret that as the current year left on his deal. So, $16 million takes up a big chunk of the signing bonus. Maybe they add up to $10 million in signing bonus, if that figure. And then the first year, the extension gets some guaranteed money. But you're not getting to the Danielle Hunter $54 million deal, which was essentially like almost a fully guaranteed contract. So if you're at Hendrickson's age, cool, you can do whatever average per year figure you want for 4 or 5 years, but if you're not guaranteeing real money, that doesn't actually benefit him. So it's just messy at this point again for the Bengals because that defense needs him. And Hendrickson's kind of like made it clear he's trying to find a way to stick around and be with the Bengals, and it's just messy. And, not 100% blame either side, but common denominator in the two issues with edge rushers right now. Common denominator. All right. Will the Bengals get a deal done with Trey Hendrickson? Y for yes, N for no. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. So the ad comes here on YouTube. Take advantage, go vote. Y for yes, N for no. In general, the Bengals aren't big fans of doing multiple years of guaranteed money. They did it for Joe Burrow. They did it for Jamar Chase. The problem they're running into, and not just unique to them, Pittsburgh's faced it, Green Bay, other teams that operate this way face it, it's not what the market looks like. The money is so much larger now because the salary cap's gone up by so much, and the guaranteed money has gone up by so much. If you're going to get to the right percentages of guaranteed money that other top guys, even just top 5 guys are getting, you got to guarantee beyond the first 2 years. It's the only way to do it, unless you're doing massive signing bonus, which the Bengals don't do either. This is a slur, but the Bengals are bungling again. And it reflects poorly on them that Jamar Chase had to fight tooth and nail to get paid. T. Higgins had to fight tooth and nail to get paid. That does not foster a good organizational player/agent relationship when it comes to contract time. It kind of hurts them in the end, which they just cave in the end. And that's not even getting into the Shamar Stewart saga, which is still ongoing and messy. And, Mike Brown says he didn't want to justify his side with Trey Hendrickson. He sure as hell did with Shamar Stewart. Went pretty hard against him there. In the end, some franchises, no matter how good you are talent-wise, are held back by ownership. There's a former example that we'll get to here in a little bit on the next portion of today's show. There's a current example, which is at the end of today's show. And the Bengals certainly fall into the still kind of being held back category. Today's NFL Daily is made possible by Ethos. As a father with one kid and the second one on the way, look, life insurance matters. It's not fun to think about what would happen if something happened, but you do need to be prepared. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote today at ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. Ethos is a trustworthy company that disrupts the traditional life insurance industry, and it's more affordable than you might think. Ethos is an online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. There is no complicated process, and it's 100% online. No medical exam is required. You just answer a few health questions and get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. 3 million families have completed their applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Let's check in on the latest with Terry McLaurin. The Commanders, Milton, have yet to figure out an extension with camp here. Adam Peters, the Commanders GM, came out today and said, first, without a doubt, I think everybody in the building values Terry very much. We knew that coming in, and we know that even more after spending a year with him. We will do whatever we can to get a deal done. Okay, so if you're going to do whatever it is to get the deal done, then you just pay him, right? Like, money's no object. Doing whatever we can. That's literally what you said. That is the very obvious and easy solution here. We'll do whatever it takes. We will sign you today, Terry. Obviously, that's not what's happening, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be any potential holdout or hold in. He would have gotten paid already. I think that's just GM speak of, we'll see. McLaurin didn't show up today for training camp with the Commanders. He was not present for the conditioning test. So clearly you're not doing everything to get this finished. Like, McLaurin wants to get paid by you. Kind of dug your own grave a bit there, I think, there, Adam Peters. The market is the market. And the two deals that stand out to me are DK Metcalf and also the recently signed Garrett Wilson. The DK Metcalf one stands out from an average per year perspective. It's at $33 million. Garrett Wilson got $32.5 million. But the guaranteed money is actually more in favor of Garrett Wilson. $90 million versus $80 million for DK Metcalf. That's, maybe somewhere around there ends up being the goal. But that is the DK Metcalf contract to me has long been this is the one that stands out. Because look at the career numbers between Terry and between Metcalf. The targets are the same. The receptions are slightly in favor of McLaurin. The touchdowns are in favor of Metcalf. The yards slightly in favor of McLaurin. The average per catch is in favor of Metcalf. The drops are in favor of Terry. If you're McLaurin, you could show the graphic and go, why aren't I getting paid what DK Metcalf just got paid by the Steelers? Like that, I think that's a reasonable ask. So in the end, what will the Commanders do with Terry McLaurin? T for trade, P for pay. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. T for trade, P for pay. Let's go to James Cook. He will report to training camp. Could be potential hold-in situation or even some limited stuff that we'll get to with, like Micah Parsons here. The running back market's always kind of weird, even for a good back like James Cook, because you got Saquon and McCaffrey ahead of everybody else in the market by $4 million over Derrick Henry, and then Derrick Henry's 2.75 at $5 million, and then it's only 7 guys are making $10 million or more per year. So, what that market shakes out like can get a little bit murky and a little bit dicey, and I think the Bills, they like James Cook, but are they going to want to commit the big money? Does Cook want to just say, I'll see what the next step looks like? Do I try to hit free agency next year? It's all very – running backs in general get a little bit dicey for teams. If Cook's allegedly won at least $15 million, I don't know if he's going to get that. We'll see. Now, we have gotten to 413,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for helping us get there. 414 is next up. Hit that sub button if you haven't already, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and get even more coverage on all things NFL. Let's go to the Micah Parsons drama because it's always something. Micah did report to Cowboys Training Camp. I would describe it as like he's limited right now. Like he's not a full participant. He's there. He's not doing a lot of stuff, but he is doing some stuff. There's still drama. Jerry Jones kind of took a shot at Micah for missing 6 games, which also was Jerry's words. He didn't miss 6 games. That was not the case at all. That's just not accurate. He missed 4 games. But the Cowboys haven't made much progress because of themselves. Here's what Adam Schefter said on Micah Parsons. The Dallas Cowboys have not even made a contractual offer to Micah. It's a conversation that apparently could linger on throughout the summer because they're nowhere in the negotiation game. And that's a familiar script for the Cowboys. He wanted to mention the Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb drama. This is technically true. It's kind of like it's how coaches in college especially, they never accept an offer until after it's been made, and nobody ever gets turned down in terms of the teams hiring somebody. They haven't made a formal offer, but we know what the offer is type of deal. The agent hasn't had the offer, but he knows what the conversation were because the Jones boys and Micah have had contract talks. They had their little private meeting a while ago and months ago. Everyone involved knows what the deal looks like. The update was Jerry and Micah and Steven had little conversations, went over a bunch of stuff. Jerry said this. Micah said it too. They met. He said, call the agent. And then they never called the agent. So you can't have an offer if the agent's not involved, even if the agent does know what the price tag is going to look like and the Cowboys know what the price tag is. It's just how it goes. Cowboys got to call the agent. It's not a good thing to have your best player kind of not there. Not fully involved. You can't have the offer until you call the agent. Agent doesn't have an offer in front of him. They never made one, even though he knows. It's all technical truths, right? Not actually that much new here from Schefter, but it does underscore just remember how I mentioned the Bengals are hurting their team because of ownership? The Cowboys are doing the exact same thing. Who gets the most blame for no Micah Parsons deal being done? MP for Micah, JB for the Jones boys. Let me know in the comments of today's show. What's most silly about this whole thing is there's all this drama just for the Cowboys to, again, give Micah and his agent everything that he's asking for. Again, that's how it goes. He's going to get more than TJ Watt on an average per year. We all know that. There's no way he doesn't get paid that, $41 million. He's going to get more than Myles Garrett probably from a guarantee perspective, $124, or whatever the figure ends up being. That's not going to surprise anybody. It's just it's silly goose behavior to be in late July and not gotten this done like everyone knows is going to.